This is it. Let me take it out here. This is a new MateBook X Pro global version. You can get a feel how light it is. It is just 980 grams. Yes, a 16 cores, 14 inches laptop only weighs 980 grams. I know a lot of people would question the performance and temperature of a slim laptop, but this MateBook is different. Let's see how this computer performs in real life. The MateBook X Pro comes in a black box that contains a Type-C charger, a USB-C OTG cable, and a pair of headphones. It's not hard to guess that Huawei is going all Type-C with this one. I was a bit grumpy about this at first, but when I took a closer look at the design, I think it makes sense that there really isn't enough room here for USB-A ports. So overall, the MateBook X Pro uses a lot of soft lines, especially on the underside. It incorporates a wedge-shaped design, which effectively reduces the visual thickness. Looking at it from the side, you can clearly see how outstanding this design is. In order to achieve a weight of 980 grams, the MateBook X Pro has a magnesium alloy body, which significantly reduces the weight. And on top of the magnesium alloy, there's also a layer of a special coating, which is very good at avoiding fingerprints. Now, the first thing I noticed when I opened this computer was that it supported one-handed opening and closing, which surprises me a lot. Coming to the keyboard, it is a standard layout, except for arrow keys being a bit different. This keyboard has a longer keystroke and more pronounced feedback, so it provides a decent typing experience. The only complaint I have is that, unlike the magnesium alloy body, these keys are more prone to fingerprints. Let's talk about the eddy current sensing trackpad, which is undoubtedly one of the best Windows trackpads I've ever used. Not only is it very smooth, but it also supports a variety of gestures, such as swiping on the side to quickly address the volume and double knocking to take a screenshot, and so on. Like the MacBook, the trackpad also has an X-axis linear motor, which provides excellent press feedback. The MateBook X Pro is a 3x2 14.2-inch flexible OLED screen, and it's worth noting that the four corners of the screen are rounded to match the design of Windows 11, making the overall visual experience very nice. The MateBook X Pro has two Thunderbolt 4 ports and a 5 Gbps Type-C port. All three ports are full-featured and support data transfer, charging, and DP 1.4 video output. Notably, it also has a separate camera privacy switch. We have the highest configuration version here, which uses an Intel Core Ultra 9 185H processor. It's a 16-core, 22-thread processor. This processor not only has a new NPU and Arc GPU, but also a new LPE core. In the CPU Z-test, the single-core score was close to 12600K, while the multi-core score even surpassed a 12-core 3900X. In a more stressful Cinebench 2024, this Ultra 9 still performed well, with a single-core score of 110 and a multi-core score of 773, which is more than enough to handle most tasks. What surprised me the most was its cooling ability. In the stress test, it could run at 80 watt for the first 15 seconds before dropping to 40 watt and still run smoothly. Please note that the CPU temperature at this point is only 85 degrees Celsius, which is insane. There was a noticeable noise during the stress test, but it wasn't much, around 52 dB. The new Arc GPU also performed well, getting a score of 3700 in the time spike test, which is a double improvement over the MateBook X Pro 2023 version. The MateBook X Pro is powered by a 2TB SN740 and SSD with a read and write speed of 5000 MB per second, which is excellent for PCIe 4.0 SSD. Its temperature performance is also commendable, with only 71 degrees Celsius in the 330 GB large file test. Although the MateBook X Pro has a decent GPU performance and a 120Hz screen, I would still say that this computer is not suitable for most games. And if I chose to game at 3120 by 2080, the Arc GPU would struggle to drive those 6.5 million pixel dots. Gotta lower the image quality and rendering resolution to run it smoothly. Also, the 3:2 screen ratio loses a significant portion of the field of view. Of course, if you play some casual games on it, you can still get a good experience. I also tested the frame rate of some popular games. You can pause and take a closer look. Of course, you can have another option here. You can utilize the Thunderbolt 4 interface to connect to an eGPU and a monitor. It will multiply the graphics performance and solve the screen ratio problem, which is a good solution for heavy gamers. The MateBook X Pro features a 3x2 flexible OLED screen. This is the world's first flexible OLED laptop. In real-time use, the screen is really clear and detailed. At the same time, the ultra-high brightness can also meet the needs of outdoor use. In terms of dimming, this screen uses DC dimming in medium and high brightness, PWM dimming in low brightness. As I said earlier, the 3x2 screen really isn't suitable for most games, but the ratio allows for more vertical content when browsing the web or charts. Another substantial feature here, the MateBook X Pro supports color gamut switching, and it's very easy to switch between sRGB, P3, Adobe RGB, and other color spaces within the right-click menu. This is definitely a very useful feature if you have specialized needs for video editing, graphics processing. Overall, this screen is one of the best screens in a laptop, not only for its strong specs, but also for its excellent software support. Open multiple apps at once with Huawei phones and tablets. Not only can you quickly access files and synchronize clipboards and backup photos and videos, but you can also open multiple apps at once. The MatePad can also be used as an expansion screen. The software provides a variety of options and it works with very low latency. The MateBook X Pro has a 70 Wh battery and scored 8 hours 70 minutes in ProScion's Office Productivity Battery Life Test, a benchmark that automates common tasks in Excel, PowerPoint, Word, and Outlook, so the results are more in line with the MateBook's use scenarios. In terms of charging, depending on the country and the configuration, the MateBook X Pro International Edition may offer two different chargers, 65 watt and 90 watts. To test its optimal charging performance, I used a PD 3.1 140 watt charger from Cooktech, which had a maximum input power of 94 watts and took 65 minutes to fully charge it, which is a very good performance. The MateBook X Pro's camera support features such as beautying and keying, and one of my favorite things about it is that it supports custom backgrounds, which you can easily set up in Huawei PC Manager. The MateBook X Pro's microphone supports noise cancelling and has a variety of parameters to choose from, making it a good choice if you have video conferencing needs. So that's the MateBook X Pro review, and I think this laptop shows Huawei's strong industrial strength and excellent ecology. If you need a high-end slim laptop, the MateBook won't disappoint you. Alright, please subscribe to our channel, more Huawei content is coming. See you there.
We are dreaming.